A very good afternoon, girls,
Good
and
afternoon,
welcome
teacher.
to this virtual meet on the occasion of Rama, which is celebrated for the whole month of September 2025. May I now request Teacher Damasyan, our sports teacher, to brief us about this gathering, a mission initiated by the Government of India.
National Nutrition Mission, Poshan Abhiyan, Prime Minister's overarching scheme for holistic nourishment was launched by the Honorable Prime Minister on 8th March 2018. The program strives to reduce the level of stunting, undernutrition, low birth weight in children, and anemia in adolescent girls, women, lactating mothers, as well as children. Ministry of Education in partnership with Ministry in Poshan Abhiyan is celebrating Rashtriya Poshan Ma during the month of September 2021 to further celebrate the same and spread awareness about malnutrition and related topics. We have organized this virtual meet. A presentation on the topic malnutrition and its effects on human beings shall be delivered by our BEd trainees. Hope this meet benefits the maximum.
Thank you, Teacher Damasyan. May I now request Sister Regina Greta, our headmistress, to address the gathering.
A warm welcome, dear students, to this virtual meet to celebrate the Rashtriya Poshan Ma, which is an initiative by the Ministry of Education, Government of India, to bring about awareness on malnutrition and its effects on human beings. I would like to congratulate the teachers in charge of this virtual meet for taking forward this mission started by the Government of India. This will surely benefit you, dear students, to understand more deeply about malnutrition. My best wishes to the teachers and hope that you will benefit from this talk. Wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Now, we begin with topics for the same with our presentation on malnutrition, and it's intended to us that the topics for the same are introduction, which will be delivered by teacher Ria, types and causes of malnutrition, which will be delivered by teacher Amanda, prevention on malnutrition and balanced diet by teacher Abigail, and malnutrition in India by teacher Pratima. Hope this presentation sounds helpful to all of us. So we begin with the term nutrition before we delve into what is malnutrition. Nutrition is a process of providing or obtaining the food necessary for health and growth. In simple words, nutrition is a process of taking in food and converting it into energy and other vital nutrients required for life. All human organisms need nutrients for proper functioning and growth. The modes of nutrition vary from one species to the other. Now, let us understand a little about human nutrition. Human nutrition deals with the provision of essential nutrients from food that are necessary to support human life and good health. Here are some of the topics covered during this month of nutrition, which includes sanitization, nutrition, breastfeeding, hygiene, etc. Now, let us understand what do we mean by malnutrition. When any human being is not able to get the desired nutrients that are required for the nourishment and well being of oneself, this term is known as malnutrition. My fellow BEd teacher now will take over.
As Ria has spoke about malnutrition in brief, let's go into detail of malnutrition. So, malnutrition comes with many challenges which simply goes from not getting enough food. As you see in the picture, many people are overnourished or obese and not getting food globally. It may appear sometimes that someone is eating the right amount of food. However, they could still be malnourished and this is nothing but hidden hunger. Sometimes imagine for breakfast, lunch and dinner each day, all you eat is white rice, no vegetables, no meat, no sauce, with no vitamins or minerals that normally comes from eating up a variety of food. You might feel weak or sometimes sick or even more easily you would become malnourished and have hidden hunger. Hidden hunger affects about 2 billion people globally. Malnourishment is especially dangerous for young children. In particular, malnourishment during pregnancy and first years of life may result in physical and mental challenges affecting children into their adult life. Now let's go into the types of malnutrition. Malnutrition is basically divided into two types, that is undernutrition and overnutrition. First let's speak about undernutrition. Undernutrition is nothing but when a person or an individual gets nutrients which are undersupplied, as in they get undersupplied amount of nutrients. Now, undernutrition is basically divided into many categories. Few of these are below. That is underweight, stunning, wasting, hunger, famine, and starvation. Let's see each one in brief. First, let's speak about underweight. Underweight is nothing but when a child is usually low weight for its particular age. Let's talk about stunting. Child short for their age as a result of chronic undernutrition. When it comes to wasting, it is basically the child's weight is low for their height as a result of acute undernutrition. When we speak of hunger, it is a state lasting for at least 1 year of inability to acquire enough food, defined as a level of food intake insufficient to meet the dietary energy requirements. When we speak about famine, it's a state in which significant proportion of a defined population lacks access to food in sufficient quantity and quality. When we speak of starvation, it usually occurs when individuals' nutrient intake drops below the minimum needed to maintain the body mass, leading to consumption of muscles and lean body tissue for energy production. So here are some of the signs of undernutrition, which include weight loss, lowered appetite, fatigue, weakness, frequent illness, reduced concentration, intolerance to cold, poor wound healing, mood disruptions, bruising, and hair thinning. Now we have seen what is undernutrition. Let's speak about overnutrition. In overnutrients, the nutrients are oversupplied. Overnutrition is also referred to as hyperalimentation. So, overnutrition includes energy overnutrition, which is basically consuming too much energy. For example, which means consuming too many calories, which cause you to gain excess weight without doing any physical activity. And micronutrient includes when you consume too much of certain nutrients. Here are some of the signs of overnutrition, which include cloudy urine, increased frequency, heartbeat irregularity, cracked or dry lips. Now let's go to the causes of malnutrition. There are primary and secondary causes. Let's go about the primary causes first, which include low income or low purchasing power, ignorance, scarcity of food supply, and overpopulation. Since we spoke about the primary causes, let's now go to the secondary causes, which include obesity, internal malabsorption, metabolic and renal disease, and infections. Few are listed below are the disorders which are caused due to malnutrition, protein, energy malnutrition, and obesity. Now, undernutrition is further divided into two categories, that is, undernutrients of vitamins and undernutrition of minerals. Here are some of the diseases which are caused due to undernutrition of vitamins, and to the right are some which caused due to undernutrition of minerals. Now let's watch a small story of a girl who first was malnourished.
This is Mary Ellis. Her parents are farmers in Nicaragua, where families grow and eat mostly rice, beans, and corn. They discovered that Mary Ellis was not getting enough nutrition, so they joined a training program in their community. Through workshops, they learned to grow and eat more fruits and vegetables. Mary Ellis began to get stronger and more active. Her future looked a lot brighter. Her family changed their hunger story. Millions of others around the world often do not get proper food or medical care to help maintain good health. With training and support for their families and communities, they can change their story too. In this way, they get the right kind of food when they need it most, so that healthy foods like fruits and vegetables find their way from gardens to kitchens and to tables.
So now let's see how to prevent this malnutrition and introduce our day-to-day habits in order to be healthy. The prevention strategy is based on adapting the diet to the nutritional needs of the patient. So, the health professional provides daily dietary nutritional advice. For example, in the case of loss of appetite, it is highly recommended to break up the meals by spreading up the patient's food intake evenly throughout the day and adding snacks between meals. So, we need to break up the meals and add snacks between our meals to avoid the risk of malnutrition. Now, we move to enrichment proven malnutrition. So, enrichment consists of increase in the energy density of meals. Therefore, it is necessary or highly recommended that we pack more nutrients into the same volume of food. So, packing more nutrients into the same volume of food is more recommended to be healthy and avoid the risk of malnutrition. In addition to high energy products, there can be other preparations. Enrichment powders are an excellent way of ensuring that the patient receives sufficient nutrients, preserving the flavor of food. To make life easier, there are a variety of pre-enriched products which provide a convenient solution for making tasty meals. Now, oral nutritional supplements. In cases of malnutrition and when enrichment is insufficient, it is advisable to integrate all nutritional supplements served in addition to meals into the diet of elderly people. They don't replace food, but they supplement it into the patient's nutritional status, which turns to a satisfactory level. Today, there are a lot of many different types of oral nutritional supplements available, such as ready-made drinks, desserts, or fruit purees. In order to avoid boredom and to improve compliance, it is very important to vary this form of intake, for example, by offering biscuits or other snacks. Now, what is a balanced diet? Or the best way to prevent malnutrition is to eat a healthy, balanced diet. So, how do we do that? Is plenty of fruits and vegetables should be included in our diet. Starchy food such as bread, rice, potatoes, pasta, some milk and dairy foods, and some sources of protein such as meat, fish, eggs, and beans. Now, this is a healthy eating plate, which is made up of healthy oils, vegetables, fruits, healthy protein, and whole grains. This and water, which must be included in a balanced diet plate. So eat right. So now let's watch a video on balanced.
Aha. Huh? Ah. Do 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 Huh? Do ba 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 do da do da do do a do 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 do.
Hey!
Ah. Ah.
Now, here are some of the schemes that the government has implemented in order to prevent malnutrition. So, you all know about the Balwadi nutrition program, right? It mainly is for preschool children implemented through Balwadis and daycare centers. The children are given preschool education and the supplementary nutrition provided contains 300 calories and 10 kgs of protein for 270 days in a year. This program was launched to enhance the admissions and retain students in the school, to improve literacy and also to improve the health status of children. The midday meal program. This program was launched to enhance the admission and retain students in the school, to improve the literacy as well. Annapurna scheme aims at providing food security to meet the requirements of senior citizens not receiving any old age pension. 10 kg of food grains or per month were to be provided free of cost to the beneficiary.
Girls, with this, we come to the end of the presentation. I request Teacher Magdalene to kindly take over and propose the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, all. I, Teacher Magdalena Costa, on behalf of Fatima Convent High School, take this opportunity to propose a vote of thanks to those who have directly and indirectly contributed to this online meeting, which was organized by our P teachers and BEd trainee teachers. Firstly, I would like to thank our principal, Sister Regina Greta, for addressing the meet. Gratitude to Teacher Damasceno for briefing on National Nutrition Mission, that is Poshan Abhiyan. A special thanks to the organizing committee, Ms. Ria, Ms. Abigail, Ms. Amanda, and Ms. Pratima, for your beautiful presentations on nutrition and malnutrition. A heartfelt thanks to our beloved students and, of course, our dear parents for your active participation. With these warm words and a kind message, we move to the end of today's meeting. Thank you. Have a nice day and God bless you.